We all are born and then we all die, and they are sacred times. Okay, first question. What is hospice? Hospice is a service for when a person dealing with a serious illness decides that they really want to start to focus on home-based and comfort-focused care. And home can be anywhere that someone lives. A lot of folks really worry about being on hospice because it means death, but we like to refocus that meaning about hospice on really being about living well as long as you possibly can. One of the things that I think is really important to know about hospice, though, is that even though Medicare and other insurances have designed it such that we as physicians caring for someone have to be able to say that we wouldn't be surprised if they die of their illness in 6 months, you don't have to. And lots of folks surprise us while they're on hospice. And with home-based quality of life focused care, some people even live longer with that care. What is palliative care? All it really is medical care that's focused on quality of life. Palliative care should and can be offered really at any point of a serious illness. So palliative care is different from hospice. Hospice is a kind of palliative care, but it's this service with this generally visiting team that's intended for folks whose prognosis is 6 months or less. What kinds of conversations should I have about my end-of-life wishes? So having end-of-life conversations is hard and it can bring up a lot of emotion. If you don't, then you're likely to get care you don't want. When we do surveys and we ask Americans all over the country what's important to them, 70% of people say they want to die at home. We are still at a place where 70% of us are dying in hospitals, nursing homes, and other facilities. The two things that I think we should talk about are a POST form and an advanced directive. And so in the state of Oregon, the POST form, which stands for Portable Orders for Life-Sustaining Treatment, it documents and turns a person's wishes for their end-of-life care into orders. Any medical provider can sign that document, and what it does is it turns your wishes into what you would want now if your heart stopped, if you stopped breathing. The POST includes things about CPR or to not attempt CPR, and about being on a breathing machine and invasive things like that. That POST form is recommended and intended only for people who are medically frail, who are seriously ill. Healthy people should not have a POST. Now, differently from that is the advanced directive. Everyone over the age of 18 should have one. It allows us to designate who I want to speak for me if I'm not able to speak for myself and my own wishes. The second important thing that the advanced directive allows you to designate what you would want in some serious scenarios. Like if I have a really serious brain injury and I'm unconscious and I'm not expected to wake up, would I want to be kept alive on artificial life support or not? And that's a place that you can do that. When folks haven't taken the time, if they haven't had these conversations or they haven't done this documentation, the stress, the worry, the grief that we see for families and loved ones is really powerful. As difficult as it is to do these things, we really call it a gift. When we get to help families whose loved ones have made their wishes clear, the sense of relief, really the comfort that the family has knowing that they're doing what their loved one would want is so powerful. So please have the conversations. Everybody says it's better to have the conversation at the kitchen table rather than in the ICU. How has your job as a hospice and palliative care physician changed the way you look at life? Patients' families will often say, I don't know how you guys do your jobs. This must be so difficult. And we always are able to say it is so rewarding to make sure that your loved one gets exactly the kind of medical care they want. No more, no less, just perfect. And I also get reminded every day how precious life is, and to make sure you enjoy the people you love and tell them you love them as much as you can. Okay, this has been Off the Cuff with me, Laura Mavity, and we'll see you next time.